Making nighttime nappies easy. So a lot of people start with reusable nappies and then they get into the habit or they can't believe how easy it is. The next question they have is, what do I do overnight? Nighttime nappies are different because your baby will be in the nappy a lot longer than they will be in the day. Same for any sort of nappy that you're using. So I'll talk you through two super easy options to start with using nappies at night time. The first option is really cost effective, and that's using a hemp booster. It looks like this. You wouldn't use a hemp booster during the day because they take longer to dry because they are so ultra absorbent. You add that to the two inserts that come with the TUTI nappy, and then at night time I recommend stuffing them into the shell, and I'll tell you why. The reason being is the micro suede keeps everything bone dry. So with your baby in the same nappy for 12 hours, you want them to feel really nice and dry in the morning. So with the nappy set up like this, that will continue to feel dry even as the moisture builds overnight. If your baby is up on a rise setting, typically they'll be on a released rise setting for the night because you have added the extra booster in. So what that means is you're sizing at one level than what you would otherwise. If your baby is younger, say under 6 months, you might be able to use just the two inserts overnight. I have heard people do this with TUTI nappies. So you can fold one insert up and have it like that, and a lot of moisture will be taken on through the night. It does just depend on how much your baby needs. The other option that you can use, which I think works really nicely, is the bamboo trifold. So that's what you purchase separately. You can have one or two in your stash, and then that can get you through the nights, as well as perhaps a couple of hemp boosters. You fold this up and clip it into the nappy and stuff it in. With this option, that's all you need overnight. This is 9 layers of absorbency. When you get any of our inserts, please remember that it takes 8 to 10 washes for them to be at full absorbency. That's because natural oils come out of the inserts and are released through the washing processes. So you can get around this by soaking them when you first get them, or do a couple of pre-washes, or just keep in mind when you're using the nappies that the absorbency will just get better and better over time. We find these options work really nicely overnight for most babies. Another option, if you feel your baby is a heavy wetter or a super heavy wetter, is a couple of hemp boosters. So what you could do is use 2 of these, of course, because these are very thirsty. As I said, they take on so much moisture that they will take longer to dry. So they're fabulous for the night time, but during the day, they're not the best option to use as your high rotation inserts. They're a good supplement. You might want to use one if you're going in the car or out and about with a heavy wetter, or even 2. As I said, that's another nighttime option to consider. When you know what suits your baby, that's when you know how you can use the inserts to suit yourself as best.